heel, where the magic lies.
What dominates the bottom of the foot is this massive structure, which we call the fat pad, or the digital cushion. And that's just like your heel pad. If you touch your heel and push it, you'll feel that there's a squishy tissue in there, and that's what elephants have. It's just like kind of walking on high-heeled shoes, except those high-heeled shoes are made of fat.
Okay, so when it's walking, then it lands like that.
It lands like that, well, about there.
Yeah.
Rolls over to a flat foot, and keeps rolling, pushes off with the tips of its toes, and the fat pad springs back.
As the heel spreads out, it absorbs the weight of the elephant and is primed to coil back like a spring, propelling the elephant forwards again. It's a perfectly built shock absorber, trainers for elephants. Evolution has certainly granted the elephant everything it needs to support its massive body. But of course, even the best designs can fail. We know from this elephant's history that she was becoming increasingly lame. In the final part, the team will investigate why. The veterinary pathologists want to examine this elephant's joints to discover the cause of her discomfort.
These are all the hamstring muscles that I'm cutting through right now.
They suspect arthritis.
Get ready, Mark. This might be rather interesting.
Yeah?
I can see something that looks suspicious. I want to be the best judge of it.
Alan Williams is one of the Royal Veterinary College's top pathologists. His intuitive detective work helps him uncover mysterious illness and hidden trauma in animals from crocodiles to cats.
What do you make of this?
What do you think of that joint fluid before it disappears?
Well, let's see how viscous it is. What I should do, when I'm lifting the syringe, I should have little strands of gloopy material sticking to the syringe, and it's not quite, so it's a little bit more fluid. It's not as viscous as it should be.
So part of the process of the degeneration and arthritis within the joint, you get more watery synovial fluid.
Absolutely, the nature of the fluid changes.
Just take us through, Alan, the bits that you're seeing here, because it is dramatic.
We've got a nice smooth cartilage covering over the surface of the bone. You can just see the edge of it along here. Now, cartilage doesn't really have any pain fibres in it, so when the joint moves, you don't feel any discomfort. It's there acting as a cushion on the end of the bone. Now, in this elephant here, the cartilage has started to erode away quite dramatically. And when the cartilage wears away, the bone underneath has pain fibres in it. And so when the cartilage is lost, you're now rubbing bare bone onto another surface, and that hurts.
So in terms of if you did the comparison with a human, if you had this kind of level of arthritis, it would be that painful, that debilitating. You'd be talking about an artificial knee replacement.
When it gets as bad as this, because we have erosions on both sides, so the outside and the inside parts of your knee, top and bottom, this is really quite severe. And so this is just going to get worse and worse and worse. And we know this elephant has been in discomfort for a while.
This kind of evidence absolutely vindicates the decision by the vets and keepers to euthanize this poor elephant, because quality of life when you've got this degree of arthritis is unbearable to think about.
I wouldn't like to think of the pain this elephant, or discomfort this elephant had every time it tried to put a lot of weight through this leg. And in fact, we believe that towards the end of her life, she was beginning to favour some of her putting her weight on other legs rather than this one. And at that point, the vets really, and the keepers really knew, what the time had come.
The dissection has uncovered the pathology that led to this animal's death. But it's also helped us appreciate the evolutionary history of this giant. To get enough food, they need massive grinding teeth. And to process it, an enormous gut. A trunk to bring food to the mouth, and radiator ears to keep cool. And it's not just their anatomy that's been tuned by evolution. They've had to change the way they live too. To get enough food, elephants must roam vast distances. They must remember their route and stay in touch with other family members. To achieve this, they've developed brains larger than any other animal that walks the earth. Exactly what they're thinking remains a mystery, but their behaviour suggests that they do have conscious thoughts, which may explain that most poignant behaviour when they find the remains of other elephants. They quietly caress the bones, sniffing them, turning them over as if trying to identify the dead. Besides us, they're the only animals known to ritualize death. Our post-mortem and dissection have confirmed beyond doubt that the very difficult decision that was taken to euthanize this elephant was absolutely the right call. But they've also made a significant contribution to our scientific understanding of how these mighty animals are built. There's no doubt that as the largest land animals on Earth, elephants push biological engineering to the absolute extreme. I really hope that what we've shown you in this programme helps you appreciate even more just how amazing elephants are. Next week we'll be battling against the elements as the team dissect a whale.
It's an incredible hailstorm, it really hurts on your face.
Joy will uncover its evolutionary past, and we'll see why this animal's closest living relative is the hippo.
Tomorrow night from 9, Channel 4 dispatches on last year's terrorist attacks in Mumbai. Truly extraordinary footage. Next tonight, a Big Brother Sports Day.